or welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda and I'm getting this up late today for Christmas in May and May I Scraplift You, and this is the scrap lift that I am doing today, and it's for Zelly, and obviously I'm going to do Christmas. So I pulled out these two pictures from 2024. It's Christmas Eve, and out our front window we get to see the Santa Claus parade, which is really small, but they Christmas Eve they pull the fire trucks out and an ambulance, and they decorate it, and then Santa's on one of the old fire trucks. And then I was thinking that this reindeer paper was going to be that background bit, but you wouldn't really actually see that it's reindeer. So I decided to switch it with the red, because the red I thought was going to be the background where her bluey green is, but that's not how it's going, because I pivoted. So I did gut that red, and I didn't realize that she probably did too, because her baby picture is matted in the same pattern that her background mat is. So cool. I didn't even realize, but I thought, well, why not? So I did crop these down a little bit already, but I'm going to crop this one down just a little bit more. So now they're both 4x3s. And then I do see that she's got a little bit extra along her photo. So I tried 7x9 first, and I'm like, no. So then I think this is 5.5 by 7.5. And that gives me lots to work with to put stuff on. And yeah, I did want my stuff to overlap the two prints a little bit, which is a little different than what she has, but yep. And then I'm going to map both photos in white, which I've already done, and that is 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. And then I have this really pretty Santa paper that's all glittery. So cute. So I cut this to 4.5 by 6.5. I'm just eyeballing it. Hers are more square, and I had thought about making it a little bit more square, and then I decided, nope. And then I'm going to cut this other one, which is also glittery, to the same size. I'm not sure what the manufacturer for this paper was. It's this glittery one that's on top with the red and the Santas, but the background two pieces I'm pretty sure is a Kane company from a long time ago. And I'm just trying to decide like where and how and what. Like maybe here. Let's see. And where do I want it on my page? Like that? No, I'm not sure about that. Like that? Maybe. But then it's not far. It's just not quite right. So I'm gonna put my T-square down and line it up at the 1.5 inches and right like so. And then I'm gonna get this side down too, using the same measurements. Same process but backwards. Just double checking that I did line it up for where I thought it was, which is about 1.5 inches up. And then this will overlap the two, and that's pretty, I'm liking that more. And then I'm just trying to figure out where center would be. And I did not do my math right. So, and there. We'll eyeball this. And about there. And I want the Santas sticking out on the bottom there. And so that is down. And then this is my iris case of all my Christmas embellishments. Just Christmas embellishments, not stamps or die cuts, or literally just this kind of stuff. So I'm gonna take the 24 and countdown and 'Twas the Night Before Christmas off of this Hip Kit Club one, and that was Merry Winter something. Oh, I saw it for a second and now I don't know. I use some from Merry Everything. Oh, Wish something. I don't remember. And I can't see. I also pulled the Holly Jolly off of there. Out of this one, which is from the Merry Everything, I'm going to pull out Under the Tree because I'm going to change that to say Countdown to Under the Tree. And then because of all the twinkly with the lights on the vehicles that are decorated, Twinkle Twinkle, I thought worked really well. And it's kind of that tone with the brownie gold in the background. So I thought, we could just pull that a little bit. It was a random heart sticker stuck to something, so I was like, I'll get that on there. And then these I just put in the bottom cluster, so that works really well there. Just looking at all my stuff, I'm going to open this up, think about a couple things, and then go, nope. And then I'll come back and get that tree. Because I decided I want the tree later. But at least I know which one it's in. And then this Echo Park I thought was super cute. I think this one's called Happy Christmas. And so there's some adhesive bits here, and then the brads are actually brads. So I went to pull it off and I'm like, oh, they're actually brads. So yay. I like actual brads. They are not going anywhere on your page. So, and then I'm still looking through stuff. And like, look at even my ribbons in there. I decide to pull this all down, and this is where I decide that I am totally going to grab something else. I thought about these from Ali Edwards for a minute. They're a very similar color to everything else I've used, but nope. I'm going to grab this tree. And so it's going to nestle right beside that 24 December, the night before Christmas. And I like that. My case is going to go down beside me on the floor. And then I grabbed out these Ali Edwards December Daily. I thought maybe I'd use the 2, but it's just too harsh for not really that much black on here. So I'm going to use the actual white ones instead of the red, because the other red was just a little too different. And then I'm going to pull out green ink. So I'm going to try the peeled paint first, and it ends up too bright green. I'm like, nope. And that comes off actually really easy with the wet wipe because they're kind of a glossy letter sticker. And then I'm going to use the bundled sage, and I like that more. And I am going to clean it up a little bit, but there is a little bit of color to the edges with mostly in the white, and so that works. And I'm just gluing it to either side of the under the tree and that tree. So Countdown to Under the Tree. So my title could be 24th, the night before Christmas, Holly Jolly, or Countdown Under the Tree. Countdown to Under the Tree. No, whatever. Then I pulled out some brads for finishing touches because that Santa is the same Santa that I'm going to put down. I think that's what I do first, is this big one is Santa. And that's really what we're doing, is watching for Santa. So we watch every year, and it's absolutely perfect. They come around about 5 o'clock at night, and so it's before dinner usually. And yeah. And then that is going to get glued on there because it wasn't. And then that 24 December needs to be glued because all that glitter paper doesn't actually allow things to be stuck very nicely. And then I'm going to get these 3 other brads on here. So this one says ho 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 with the black background, and it does put in a little bit of black on my page, but I thought it worked with the ho ho ho. And it's a similar size to the Santa Claus one that I just put on. And then this one goes here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of glue to everything just because it's sticking okay now, but it is on that glitter paper. Everything's on the glitter paper, so a little bit of glue won't hurt. And then I decided I want to put 2024 on here because this was from 2024 and I'm just deciding where. So I did think about writing it on top of that countdown, and then I chickened out because I didn't know if it would actually stay nice on that chipboard, if I'd see it very well. And then I decided to outline these in black. And I'm like, oh no, what did I do? Oh, well, I already started. I might as well finish. I don't mind it now that it's done. But I do some zigzags on it to make it look like some faux stitching. And then that is what I like better about it. And I did not ink my edges, so that's why I had decided to do that, because I thought that some of them were getting a little bit lost. And then that is this layout completed. Zelly is on Instagram, so I'll link her below. Go make sure you take a look at what she's done, because she's got some really neat layouts, and that would be wonderful. I am also going to put this onto the playlist for May I Scraplift You, because there is a playlist for that. You can see what some of the other creators did with Zelly's layouts too. There's some really neat ones that people have chosen. And then also it will be in the Christmas in May playlist for the group that does that too. Thank you so much for being here today. If you're new here, I would love it if you subscribed. If you liked my video, please make sure you hit that like and comment. Thank you so much and have yourself a wonderful day.